Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Transwest Truck Trailer RV. We're located in Frederick, Colorado. My name is Larry Vickers. Again, I wanted to extend an invitation out to anybody that might be traveling right down I-25 to get to the National Western Stock Show in Denver. If you're interested in just stopping in and taking a look at the trucks, having a cup of coffee with us, you're more than welcome to do so. Just wanted to send that invitation out. In today's video, one of the most common questions I get is what is the difference between an M2 106 and an M2 112? Well, we're going to take a look at it today. I've got two trucks at both the same year. They're both 2022s parked up here so we can kind of go over that. Now, since they are the same year, obviously they're from the same conversion company. The conversions are practically identical. So we're going to focus on the conversion of the 112 first, but just keep in mind it's very, very similar, if not identical, to the 106. After we do that, this is when we're going to start our comparison. So let's take a look at this one. This is a 2022 Freightliner M2 112. Both these trucks are the Summit Hauler conversion. This truck is actually used. It has 11,500 miles on it. So that is a huge advantage to this specific truck. And the reason is because there is a federal excise tax that are charged on the new ones. So that's already been paid. So that's going to save a substantial amount, which brings even more value to this specific truck. So as we take a look at this one from the side view, the big thing that jumps out at you obviously is its color. This is Viper Red. Now this is one of the more popular colors we've had. They seem to sell really quickly. So I just wanted to bring that to your attention. And a couple of things we can see from the side is the Summit Hauler conversion comes with two storage components on each side, a smaller one back there and a larger one up here. As we come on forward, two fuel tanks, one on each side. As the truck is sitting in rest, as it is now, the fuel's going to balance itself out. However, when you go to fuel up your truck, you're going to want to do that independently. The DEF tank located here, that holds up to 13 gallons. Recent data is showing about 350 miles per 1 gallon of DEF. Block heater located under here. As we come on forward and take a look directly in front, we find the windshield has 2,500 square inches of glass. That, coupled with the elevation of the truck, makes visibility simply outstanding. As we take a look at the grille, we see it's rather large, and that is because of the engine that's underneath that hood requires a lot of air intake. The bumper broken into three parts. So if we get in an accident and we ding up this section here, we can simply replace that without having to do the entire bumper. We're going to take a look under the hood a little bit later in the video, so just be patient and we'll get to that. The Summit Hauler conversion comes with tire balancers located right here. Now, those have a little bit of hydraulic oil and BBs in them, so as you pick up speed and as you gain momentum, that balances the entire rotating mass. One advantage to both the trucks is the hood is made of compressed fiberglass, so it's extremely tough, extremely durable. An example would be we had a hailstorm come through, demolish the pickups, but you couldn't even tell anything had happened to the Freightliner. As we take a look inside the driver's seat, the Summit Hauler conversion comes with the most comfortable seats on the market today. That leather is extremely soft. Both the driver's seat and passenger are air ride and we can make those adjustments right here. In addition, they are heated as well. As we pan to the left, we can see a small pedal. So when you're sitting in the driver's seat, you press that pedal to adjust the steering wheel. On the dash, we can see switches that increase and decrease the brightness of the dash in terms of speedometer, things of that nature. As you can see, the haulers are started from the ground. So when you start your truck, turn that key about halfway, let all the gauges go over and all the way back. That basically resets everything. If we get in a hurry and we start it prematurely, there's a chance it kicks a code that simply doesn't exist. Some hauler conversions come with a kill switch located there. As much voltage is going through the truck, it's just a good practice to get into to shut that kill switch off when you're done driving for the day. As we take a look at the back seat, that seat does make down into a bed. I have checked with DOT, and that does meet all their requirements in terms of a bed. So if you're going to be using it on a commercial basis, you have that part covered. Now let's focus on the bed of the truck. As you can see, it is already lined. This is a big investment, and I realize that. So by lining it, it's just going to protect it to make it last that much longer. As you can see, the previous customer put an extremely stout fifth wheel hitch on the truck. As we continue to go forward and take a look directly behind the cab, we can see where there's a couple of holes already pre-drilled. The reason for that, if you want additional storage, I can get you an additional storage box that basically comes down, very similar to this. Incredibly easy to install because those holes are already drilled. As we continue to go forward and up, we can see the backup camera located right there in the middle. And finally, as we come on back and take a look, this is where we hook up the lights for the trailer. In addition to that, this is for the Voyager system. Okay, so that's the backup camera. You can actually hook up 2 more cameras to the truck, either one of them on the mirrors, in the trailers, whatever you wanted to do, and plug those in right here. Right here is the glad hands already installed in case your trailer does have error. And finally, the bumper pull hitch located there. As we come on around, I would like to discuss the warranties that come with the trucks. Even though this one is used, it has very low mileage on it, and it is a 2022. So the Freightliner warranty is 2 years, unlimited miles on the powertrain. It comes with 5 years, unlimited miles on the transmission, and the conversion itself is 3 years, 36,000 miles. As we take a look at the passenger seat, as stated, it is also air. Adjustment is made right here. Underneath this gives us access to the cab air filters. As we take a look in the passenger seat, the big thing we can notice from this angle is just how much room and space this brings to the table. So if you couple the facts that have the room and the space with the most comfortable seats on the market, really makes those long 13, 14, 15 hour drives basically feel like just running to the grocery store. Now let's crawl on in and take a closer look. Okay, we're going to work from left to right. The backup camera is located right up there. And as stated, the 106 and the 112 conversions are practically identical. So that's something we're going to use when we hook up our trailers, just to make life simpler. As we come on down, this is the fan that pushes air into the back of the cab. Red for hot, or blue for cold. This is the dump valve located right here. So basically that lets all the air out of the bed of the truck. So you're going to want to use that when you go to hook up your trailer, dump all the air out, use your backup camera, pull up underneath your trailer and put the air back in. Makes hooking up your trailer very simple. Comes with the ARC trailer brake located here. Automatic transmission. So right now we're in neutral with the air on. Simply press the air off. R for reverse, D for drive, and you're on your way. Now we see a couple of arrows here for manual transmission. In addition to that, if you push those arrows at the same time, that basically checks the transmission oil and basically gives you information on how the truck is running. It will also tell you things like how much oil life is left on the truck. So that's a good tool to simply press both those arrows at the same time and get more knowledge on how your truck is performing. These are for the windows. Touch on a couple of the bigger ones. Right here is engine brake. So you simply turn that to high, and that is mainly used if you are pulling a heavy trailer and you're coming down a sharp decline like the Rocky Mountains right next door, and we have that on high. That is a true engine brake. That's not just a little exhaust brake. That's a true engine brake. So that's going to slow everything down. In this particular truck, you basically have 500 horses coming back at you. So that makes things safer for you and your family and the other drivers on the road as well. As we see, climate control located here and the console located here. Open that up. Obviously this comes with all the original manuals, things of that nature. So as stated, the 106 conversion is very, very similar, if not identical, to this one. So let's jump on out and compare the two. So the main difference between the two, if the conversion is the same, is obviously in the front and what's under the hood. So let's just take a look and compare both of them directly from the front and see what differences you see. Well, if we take a look, the grille is substantially larger here than it is here. The reason is this truck, the 106, has the Cummins 8.9 liter engine. This offers 350 horsepower, which is roughly 1,100 foot-pounds of torque. Compare that to here. Okay, underneath this hood is the Detroit D13 engine. That offers 505 horsepower and 1,800 foot-pounds of torque. So that's why the grills are designed differently. And you will also see that the hood is different. See how on this one, it's kind of slanted down. So that makes driving it nice because you can basically see what's directly in front of you. But that is a difference compared to this. See how that's more square? And the reason obviously is because that's a larger engine underneath the hood. Another difference is the transmissions, okay? This has Allison 3200 TRV transmission in it. This one has the Allison 4000 TRV transmission in it. So that's a couple of the biggest differences between the two trucks. In addition to that, The Detroit engine comes with a virtual technician, and that's basically a program you can sign up for. So if the check engine light comes on while you're in your travels, you simply can call into Freightliner and they can diagnose. Now, they can't get extremely specific, but they can tell you, okay, you're gonna be okay. Just go to the next Freightliner dealership on up to pull over and shut it down, and we'll send somebody out to get the truck. So those are the main differences between the two trucks. If you have any questions about it, please feel free to give me a call. I can be reached at 303-684-3404. Thanks for tuning in today.